Hey everybody, it's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm here today to guide you through your Tabata HIIT circuit. We're going to get started in just about 3 minutes. I recommend grabbing some water for yourself. I see I need to grab some water for myself. Um, I also would have at least two weights with you today. You might need to have two different weights for you. The first move that we're going to do with weights is going to be bicep curls. Might be able to lift a little bit heavier with your bicep curls. Then at the end of class, we're going to be doing some tricep extensions. So gather whatever makes you happy. I'm going to try and see how potentially dark it looks in here. And we have 2 minutes till we start today's class. So grab that water. There we go. Doesn't look that dark in here. All right. One of these timers is set appropriately. Great. I'm filling up my cup with water, everyone, just in case you wondered why I walked off of the screen and you hear that. It's water, I promise. All right, take some deep breaths, relax. We got 1 more minute till we get started today. If you have the chance to just get up from your chair, do it now. Oh, let me turn the volume off here. Sorry. Oakley dokley. Well, it is that magical time. I want to thank you so much for coming and joining me. Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. We're going to start off as per usual, just stepping away from our space. Let's start to relax the shoulders. Give yourself a big lateral side to side step tap and some sort of shoulder roll, whether you're moving both at the same time or going for a little bit more of an individual or sexy shoulder roll. And as we're starting to feel a little more warm already, let's go ahead and make it, oh yeah, a little bit bigger. I'm gonna stick with one arm at a time. That's what feels right for my body today. Keep it up. Let's get 4 more on each side. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We're going to change things up and go for a little modified jumping jacks. So just reaching those arms up overhead. I want you to take a nice big step out to the side. If you don't have to keep things at a lower intensity, if it feels right for you, you've got the energy and you want to do a regular jumping jack, go for it. Maybe even just switch into those traditional jumping jack arms. I'm trying to get those shoulders warmed up for 4 on each side. 3, 2, 1. Great work. Let's reach up, belly in, down, up, down. So if you're feeling really tight, take a slight bend of those knees. Maybe you're taking a major bend of those knees, bringing the weight into your heels, just reaching up and down as fast as you can. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work. Let's get into those hamstrings and hips just a little bit. I said hamstrings, but I mostly just meant hips. We're going to bring our leg up and out, in and forward, up and out, in and forward. Doing your best to really stay lifted with your chest, stretching from the crown of your head. 2 more on this side. Feel my glutes warming up. Hopefully you do too. That belly is nice and tight, bracing for balance. Switch to the other side. You're breathing, making sure you're not holding your breath to find movement today. 1. Yay, awesome. Let's just kick it forward. So kick forward, step, step, step. Kick. This time we are getting those hamstrings. I said we would. So we shall. Yay. Let's go ahead, do 2 more on each side. 1. Great. Okay, we're going to come into our first move. If you're not feeling warm while I'm describing what's coming up, I encourage you to either jog in place, maybe shuffle side to side, or come on back to those lateral side to side step taps. Here's the workout. First up, we've got bicep curls. We're going to go for our own version of the 21s, but I don't want you to focus too much on how many reps you're really getting. I just want you to find a continuous pace at which you're moving. So I'm going to go ahead, grab some weights. We're going to start off making sure that you pull your belly in. You got some weight in your heels. Shoulders are rolled down and back and your chest is lifted. We're going to keep our elbows close by the side. We're going to go for a little bit of a wide grip. Not wide grip, but to the side instead of just to the front. So you're really pulling those elbows in. The first 40 seconds are going to be a full range of motion. Are you ready? We start in 3, 2, 1, begin. So we got that full range of motion up, and I want you to control on the way down. So make sure that those shoulders are down and back, elbows in close by your side. We're trying to keep a nice steady pace, but a little bit slower on the way down. So you're squeezing those biceps. And I'm using my breath. Exhale to come up, inhale to come down. You got 15 seconds left. Keep those elbows close by your side. Keep that chest up. Try not to swing your body too much forward and back. Abs are pulled in nice and tight, bracing for balance. And if you find you need to move a little bit slower, great. All right, take a break. You got a 20-second break. So maybe take the weights out of your hands, shake those hands up. We're going to change the range of motion. So this time, starting at your shoulders, we're going to come down to a 45-degree angle, and then we're going to go right back up. So really try to watch your form, pull your belly in, plant through your feet, and let's go. So starting at the top, lower down to 45, squeeze and bring it up. We're going a little bit slower on the decline than we are on the lift. And make sure those shoulders still stay down and back. You can have your feet together. You can have your feet a little wider apart. In fact, if you need to sit down so that you're focusing on just using those arms and upper body, you can totally get these bicep curls from a nice seated position at the edge of your seat so your spine is straight. Keep breathing, keep going. 5 seconds left right here. Still just coming down to that 45-degree angle. Awesome. If you want to challenge yourself, you can hang out right here. Really feel those biceps start to burn. We got just about 2 minutes left of movement. Oh, I feel that in my biceps right now. And this time we're going to go for the lower portion. So relaxing your hands down to your thighs. Begin and then pulling it back up to 45. I'm still moving a little slower. In that decline, work to take that big arch out of your back. If you have a big arch in your back, it might just mean that the weights that you're using are a little too heavy for you. Or maybe you're feeling tired, so you need to slow it down. Yes. All right. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to feel a little tired right here. Tired on a Monday. Went to so many of those awesome opportunities for Fit Fest last week. Ooh, shake it out. Now, if you want, you can once again hang out in this at the 45 degrees, feel those biceps working. We're going to use the rotator cuffs more in the next one, just opening out towards the side and then bringing it in towards center. Oh, I need to relax my arms for a sec. You're ready? Shoulders down and back, chest lifted. Here we go. So out and in. Find that steady pace once again. Ooh, and that squeeze. Squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other at the back. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. We are halfway. Then we're going to put one of our weights down. We're going to switch to a unilateral move coming up next. Oh my gosh, feels so good. 3, 2, 1. Great. I recommend putting both weights down for a second. Shake those arms out. Let me tell you about what's coming next. Keep moving just a little bit. Don't let that heart rate come all the way down, but you decide the intensity during our breaks. All right, so next up, we're going to go for a squat. So stepping out to the side for a squat, stepping in and giving yourself an overhead press. So just one weight is needed. You decide what weight works for you. We're going to do 2 times to one side and 2 times to another. And you know I'm going to add in some balance opportunities to really work those abs. Set yourself up. We start in 3, 2, 1. Begin. So squat down as low as feels good for you today. And then as you press up through your heels, send that arm up towards the ceiling. So everything's happening nice and swiftly. You're not squatting down and stepping in and then pressing up. You're using the momentum. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit more here, drive that knee up, find a knee drive. Work those abs a little bit more, but I ask you to do your best to stick with this steady pace. Got one hand by my side to help with that balance. And if you're doing a smaller squat, if you're not getting all the way down to touch your elbow to the knee, take a break. That's okay too. I'm going to take this weight out of my hand to shake it out. Maybe give yourself some hip circles. If your hips are feeling tight or tired, come back to those shoulder circles. We got one more time on this side in 3, 2, 1, begin. So you're stepping out and squatting, overhead press. Think about maybe changing the way that you are holding your weight. So first time through, I had my fist facing in towards my ear. Second time through, just changing up how this hits the shoulder by having my palm facing my face. Facing my face. If you want to go for a side knee drive instead of straight forward, you're welcome to. Make sure as you squat down, weights in your heels and your chest is still lifted, head is above heart level. Yeah, that sounded correct. Awesome. Take your break. We're going to switch to the other side. We got 2 more rounds, and then we're going to put down our weights for a little bit. 5, 4, set yourself up. 2, 1, step to the other side. So maybe you move a little bit slower as you begin. Remember, as you step up, arm comes up overhead. So you're powering through. You're using the pressing through your heel to get that arm to come up overhead. Weight in your heels, glutes going towards the back of the room. Keep it up. Keep breathing. Keep moving. Find the steady pace that's right for you for today. That's right. You can hear me breathing. Take a break. Just going to switch the weight to the other hand. Shake out that arm that I've been working. Move around the room a little bit. Check some things out. It's a Monday. All right, 3, 2, 1. Step to that same side you were just stepping to. Oh, yeah. Went for a run this morning because this week is the trick or trot, y'all. Whether you're joining us virtually, yeah, well, I wouldn't really say joining us virtually. Whether you're participating virtually or you are joining us on campus, weather permitting, on Wednesday, I encourage you to push yourself this week. Can you do a 5K? Can you walk it? Can you run it? Can you jog it? Can you walk 1 mile? Start somewhere. Yes. And let's put our weights down. Shake it out. Grab a quick little sip of water if you want, but keep that sip small because next we are going to be coming on down towards the mat. I don't know why. I'd never thought to put burpees and mountain climbers and inchworms together, but we're going to today. So starting at the back of your mat, you choose the intensity. Maybe you can jump at the back. Maybe you just press up onto your toes, pull your belly in, hinge forward, walk yourself to the front of the mat. As you get there, you're going to do 3 climbers on each leg and then a hold. So 1, 2, hold, 1, 2, hold, and then either step or jump forward, come up at the top for your burpee, hands back down towards the floor, step or jump back. And if you want to add in a couple extra mountain climbers right here, and then inchworm your way back, I'm going to add in a couple extra because I don't love mountain climbers. That's right, I said it, and if I don't love them, that probably means I need them. We're going to stick with that same move all 4 rounds in 3, 2, 1. So starting at the back, either come up on your toes or jump up, pull your belly in, hinge forward, walk yourself out into your plank. Maybe you just hang out in your plank and you count to 6 where you put in these mountain climbers. Make sure you find that hold and then step or jump up into your burpee at the top, back to your plank. Maybe those extra mountain climbers if you're really pushing yourself, and then inchworm to the back. Great. Just about 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Maybe you take a break down here. Oh, give yourself some child's pose. Stretch out those shoulders. You worked them a bit before. Maybe you're stretching out your abs from something you did over the weekend. You can either start the front, the middle, or the back of your mat in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to start right here with those mountain climbers. 3 and hold. 1, 2, 3 and hold. Step it forward. Come up at the top. 1, 2, 3 and hold. 1, 2, 3 and hold. And then walk it to the back. The wider that you have your feet in your plank, the easier it's going to be to find balance. But if you need to come down to your knees, you can still 1, 2, 3 and hold, bringing that knee towards your tricep or elbow. And then you can still step up carefully. Well, I'm going to tell you something I really like to do during this break. Take a break. All right, so if you're not jumping for your burpee at the top, see if you can challenge yourself to come into that deep squat, to lift your arms up off the floor, reach up, little star pose, come on back down, deep squat, and then into your mountain climber. All right, so start again. So that was lifting your arms up, stand up, big wide squat, hands down into the plank. 1, 2, 3 and hold. 1, 2, 3 and hold. Walk yourself back. Keeping things normal here at the back because those legs were nice and straight. So just adding in a little bit of a star pose, squat and stand. Really getting that hip opener going. One more extra deep squat, pressing through your heels to stand up. Great news. Take a break. I think we got one more time through, everyone. One more time through. 2 more moves through class. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Make sure every time you hinge forward, you really draw that core in. Challenge yourself if you can. Drop those hips. Press through your heels. So you can still find some intensity in that squat and standing up at the top of your mat without having to jump. I like these mountain climbers into that malasana squat at the front. Take a break. Oh, we made it through because it really gives you a chance to work on finding a little more range of motion through your hip to get that leg forward to come into a squat. Because I know when I first started doing classes like these, doing yoga, and they tell you to go from a plank into a lunge, it was like tippy, tiptoeing that foot forward, and it took a while to really make it work. All right, coming back to some unilateral base movements. Next up, we're going to start with that same side from the beginning. Give yourself some space. We're going to go for a back lunge, come forward, a big side lunge. If you're not going all the way down, that's okay. You're just stepping back, stepping forward, pressing through your front heel, stepping to the side, lifting yourself up, a little push through the heels, but really working those inner outer thighs. If you want, you can hold on to a weight. I'm going to hold on to the weight with my planted leg. But do what feels good for you. Goodbye, Uncle Buck. We start in 3, 2, 1. Begin. So, oops, pull that belly in, focus your eyes, back lunge, maybe even a knee drive if you're challenging that balance, side lunge, knee drive option, or step back into your back lunge, feet together, plant your foot down. If you need to move a little bit slower because you're being smart for your body today and you're focusing on getting that form of keeping your knee in the line with your big and second toe, of making sure your knee doesn't go past your toe as you send your hips behind you. Oh, to find that big side lunge. Sometimes moving slower, take a break, can really be the key, because I don't want you to use momentum to power yourself to stand up and get to the side. All right, we're going to do the same side one more time. Oh, I'm getting sweaty. Are you guys getting sweaty? 3, 2, begin. So back into your back lunge. Can you drop that back knee down? Can you find that knee drive? Can you plant it out and then bring it back in? Really keep that focus on pressing through your planted heel. I know there's a lot of temptations in squats and lunges to really try and press off of the ball of the foot. But think less of pressing off the ball of the foot and finding that lift by squeezing your glute. Great work. Let's come to the other side. 2 more times on the other side. And then we get to come on down onto our mats. Yes, we're doing push-ups. You're welcome. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Begin with that back lunge. Big back lunge. Bring that back knee down if you can. You can tap your feet together. Plant that foot. Bend the other leg. Straighten your stabilizing leg and step your feet together. Remember, if you want to bring in that knee drive, challenge your abs. You're finding the workout that works for you. It's all about you. Doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Doesn't even matter what you did yesterday. Can you show up for yourself today? Can you push yourself the best that you can? Depending on how you slept last night. Take a break. We got one more time through. How you slept, how you ate, how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It all makes a difference. Not every day is going to be your best workout, but on the days when it's hard, you ready? Begin. Are you still going to show up? Are you going to make excuses and quit on yourself? I hope not. Don't be a quitter. Even if you're moving a little slower, you're going to get something out of just sticking with it. And if you stick with it every day, if you just keep pushing yourself, it gets easier. I promise. You'll start to see those results. You're going to want to eat to fuel yourself for your workout, to be your best self, so that your next workout can feel great because you were ready for it. Awesome. Let's make our way down to the floor. We're going to bring those weights to the floor. Put them on opposite sides of your mat. If you want to have your hands on your weights for your push-ups, you're welcome to. Personally, I don't love that. I don't love the way that feels in my hand. My grip strength is not the best. But it is an option if you would like to do that. So we're going to do 2 different moves. First 40 seconds, we're going to go for a slow push-up. So I want you to find 3 points that you pause for a sec as you're lowering yourself down to the floor. You can do any kind of push-up that you want to, whether you're here on your knees In tabletop, just working to bring that chest to the floor and finding your 3 stopping points. You can be knees back in a check mark, or maybe you're in a traditional push-up position, props to you. After that, we're gonna just hang out right here, kneeling. We're gonna go for some tricep extensions. Let's go for 3 tricep extensions, and then we're gonna hold for 3 seconds with a little bit of a pulse back there. Because why not? Why not? All right. This is our last move. Then we're going to cool down. Start with those push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Begin. All right. So lowering down and pause, pause, pause. Maybe make it all the way to the bottom. Push up. 3 pauses. 2, 3. Push up. So I want you to make sure that you have that nice flat back, or as flat as works for your body today. Just make sure that you're not sagging your belly, your chest. We're not doing the worm. So you're leading with that chest. Oh, I'm not the best at push-ups, but I'm still here. All right, so take that break. Maybe you give yourself some cat-cows right here. That feels great. Some little lateral twists, side to side into those obliques. I'm going to come up onto my knees. You can always stand up if you want to. For this next one, we start right now. So with that hinge, straighten the elbows, bring it back in, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Elbows are staying nice and high. We're doing 3, and on that 4th one, you hold it back for 3, 2, 1. Carefully controlled, bring it in. Find some length through the crown of your head. Take those wrinkles out of your neck. Oh my gosh, I'm literally dripping sweat. And then hold for 3, 2, 1. Great work. You got 10 seconds left, and then one more round. Hopefully you got a weight that is challenging for you. 3, 2, 1. Bend your elbows, put those weights back down on the floor. Ooh, take a nice little sip of your sweat as it drips into your mouth. Maybe a quick sip of water. And then we're going to come back to those push-ups one more time. I am dripping over here. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Last bit of work together for today. We can always meet up again in Sarah's 5:30 p.m. yoga class. That one's going to be once again on Zoom. Join Sarah and about 30 other people. You can have your camera on. You can have your camera off. I'm going to be there. I'll turn my camera on. I commit to staying for the first half of class. Yay. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel like I phoned in that last push up. Just give myself 1, 2, 3 from tabletop. All right. Let's go ahead. Get these last tricep extensions. Set yourself up. We start in 3, belly in, 2, squeeze those shoulders, and start. So keeping those elbows nice and high, keep your eyes forward towards the floor, 3 tricep presses, and then 3 pulses at the back. 3. Go at the pace that works for you. I'm keeping things nice and slow. I'm respecting the 16 pounds I have in my hands. Whew, make sure you still keep pulling those shoulders down and back. 3, 2, 1. We got 5 seconds left. You made it. I'm going to give myself one last pulse. Oh, great work. All right. Let's take a nice stretch from down here on the floor. Come on up onto your knees. Let's go ahead, bring one leg forward. And I want you to press through your knee down towards the floor. Squeeze your glutes, get those hips forward. Feel that hip opening of your leg on the ground. Inhale, both arms up overhead. And find a nice stretch through your tricep. I'm stretching the opposite arm of the leg that I have forward for some stability. Find some lift in your chest. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, exhale, release your hands down towards the floor. Maybe you wiggle that front foot forward a little bit more. Press into your heel, flex your toes back towards your face. Oh, yes, enjoy that stretch on the back of your legs and your hamstring. Maybe you even round down a little bit more, bringing the stretch into your mid. I even feel it in my upper back. However, you can stay nice and lifted right here, even if you have your hands on your waist, not your weight, because your hamstring's really tight. All right, let's go ahead, switch it up. Switch those legs. Opposite leg comes forward. Press through your knees, squeeze your glute, little push forward. Feel a nice stretch through those glutes as well. Inhale your arms up overhead. Get that opposite arm, tricep stretch. So a nice bend at the elbows. Normal if one side feels a little tighter than the other. Feeling this big time through the right side. Take a couple more breaths here. On the next inhale, stretch those arms up, rain them to the floor as you start to send your glutes back towards that bent leg heel. Maybe you walk your leg forward a little bit more, press the heel into the floor, flex your toes back towards your face, get that stretch on your hamstring. Remember, you can come down and feel it, or you can stay up here if you're feeling it. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's go ahead, come into tabletop for a second. Give yourself a couple cat cows right here. Oh my gosh. Shake your cat's tail, shake your cow's shoulders. Let's get a stretch into our calves and shoulders. Tuck your toes under, send your hips up towards the ceiling. Enjoy a little downward facing dog. Pedal through those heels. Belly comes towards thighs, biceps are close towards the ears. Great work today, everyone. Start to walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. Stay down here in the dangle. One more big stretch on the back of those legs into that lower back. Bend your knees as much as you need to and take a moment to shake your head. Yes. Yes. We made it through 30 minutes. 30 minutes sounds so short. Shake your head. No. No, it does not mean that you can't get a good workout in 30 minutes because you definitely can. All right, shift the weight to those heels more and slowly roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Stack shoulders over hips, take a deep inhale, bend your knees, stretch all the way up towards the ceiling, stretch through your fingers. Exhale, relax your arms down by your side. One more time. Inhale those arms all the way up, keep them up overhead, take a big stretch to one side. You can cross your fingers if you need to. Take a big stretch to the other. Whoa. One more time, carefully release those arms down. Can you interlace those fingers together behind your back? One more little stretch of the chest. Bring a smile to your face. And then carefully release, arms out to the side. Big hug, because you're worth it. Get one of those big hugs from yourself today. Open up once more. Big hug, other arm on top. Yay. I want to thank you so much for coming and joining me today for our Tabata HIIT circuit. Super Tabata. I got a great total body workout in. Once again, my name is Jessica, Health Fitness Program Manager from McLean. If you have any questions or concerns about anything that I said or we did say, please reach out. I can't wait to work out with y'all again later this week. Have an amazing rest of your day, everyone.